Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to a new episode of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time walkthrough. And in this walkthrough today we're going to be heading towards the fourth temple, which is the Shadow Temple. So I've got another prereq to do. I say that so often now I'm abbreviating it. The prerequisite is in the well that we've seen as a child and never really had anything to do in there. But of course, this one, this time we're going to head to Kakariko Village and it's going to trigger a little cutscene to shake. So, just showing the songs page, we're actually going to learn another song today, which is going to be that one down there, which is the Prelude of Light, and this is going to teleport us straight to this little pedestal I've just been on there in the Temple of Time. So, this is going to be the look I'm going to go for from now on. I don't think I'm going to use any other tunics. Unless I have to like teleport back to some of their temples. I'm going to be revisiting some later on when we've got certain things to collect and certain items that allow us to do that. But of course, with this cutscene, it's going to reveal actually, because I did... when I got off last save file, just quickly before it turned off, I headed back here just to see if it would trigger this, and it does. Well, this little bit, you must travel over mountains, underwater, and even through time, blah blah. It just indicates that you could actually head back here after you've taken down the Forest Temple. It's only after that, and it will send you back in time when you put the Master Sword back in. So I didn't actually feel much of a necessity to do it until now, so it's just letting you know really that you can do that earlier on in the walkthrough if you feel like you want to go back in time and get an upgrade or two before you take on the Fire Temple or the Water Temple. Now in this episode I'm going to be starting a bit of divergence again, where I'm going to try and collect a few things, maybe plant a few bugs, buy a couple more beans. So I have to remember this one. This is going to be one of the songs I play a lot in the coming episode as we travel to and from time, and just collect a few things that I've missed out, like Skulltulas, anything like that. I'm not going to go too mad on it, I'm not going to collect everything possible at this point, because it started taking an episode in itself, I think, so I'm just going to be picking up bits here and there. And before I go back in time, I'm going to head and learn that Shadow Temple song, so that I can then, when I become adult again, just head straight back. So as usual, shake, use Deku Nut to escape, and we're going to head straight there. But of course, if I do hover over it will give me that option to drop the Master Sword back in the pedestal. So, on to Kakariko Village, and yeah, as I said, before I even go back in time to be a kid, which is going to like prompt me straight away after the cutscene in Kakariko Village, there are one or two things to do. There's a Skulltula that I can get only as an adult in Dodongo's Cavern, which you need Pierre's song for. So I'm going to be heading over there and grabbing that as well before I do anything else. And just off the top of my head, because I had a look on my phone in between episodes at some other stuff I've forgotten. I'm sure when I'm passing certain places that'll come to mind, and I might then just head off on a bit of detour and grab a few items. So just checklist wise, I've got every Skulltula in Lon Lon Ranch. There's quite a few still left to get in Kakariko Village, so once this cutscene's done, I'm going to use the Song of Time, this Sun Song, to grab a couple more. For instance, if you've caught any previous episode of the run in Kakariko Village, there's a roof you can get on top of actually, and you can get a heart piece as well. But you need the long shot to get on there, so now I've got that item, of course I can grab that. But you can see there's something on fire over there, Kakariko Village. And of course this will only come into play once you've done the Water Temple. You can actually take on the Spirit Temple after the Water Temple before the Shadow Temple, but you know, the game seems to imply that that's the way to do it, but I disagree, because it puts the Spirit Temple song before the Shadow Temple song. So of course after this we're going to have 11 of the 12, and it doesn't include the Scarecrow song, but that's necessary for 100%. On the actual Spirit Temple you need the Lens of Truth, which I'm going to grab in the well in a bit. So I would advise doing this one first. You know, if not, I'm not even sure it is possible, to be honest, because the Lens of Truth reveals a hidden Poe in the prerequisite to the Spirit Temple, and it's just seemingly impossible to me, to be honest, to follow it if you can't see it. But as you can see, even Shake is no match for this. This is the boss of the Spirit Temple, formed as a shadow here. Bongo Bongo, its name is. Sort of like a giant eye, a creature with a giant eye and 2 hands that are disembodied, it's not attached to it. And the only way to see this is with the Lens of Truth, so it is a must to get that. And I don't know what Link's thinking here for sword, but yeah, he gets a bit fucked up right now, to be honest. So I'm pretty sure this is the moment where Shake's gonna explain what's going on in the Shadow Temple. It was sealed years ago by, I'm gonna guess Impa, perhaps. So Joe, a terrible thing has happened. The evil Shadow Spirit has been released. Yeah, Impa, the leader of Kakariko Village, had sealed the evil Shadow Spirit in the bottom of the well. So fair play to Impa, actually. It's no mean feat. Bongo Bongo is quite a tough boss. I wouldn't say the Shadow Temple in itself is particularly difficult. It can be a bit misleading sometimes, like you've got to to and fro, backwards and forwards, a bit like the Water Temple, but nowhere near as bad. You know, I think it'll take slightly quicker to take down this temple than the water one. There's an entrance beneath the graveyard. I'm not sure about that. I'm pretty sure it's above the graveyard. That was a bit daunting. It'll draw you into the infinite darkness that absorbs even time. A way to fill us with confident Shake, but the Shadow Temple is one of my favourites, actually, I think. It's certainly more enjoyable playing through than the last couple. So left, right, right, A, left, right, down takes you there. I sort of like to play along with it in my head to the tune to memorise it easier. So we've got left, right, right, A, left, right, down. Try and memorise that. So that's it. I think as a kid you have to go there and play the Song of Storms or something, and it actually drains the well and lets you go down there. And of course we've been taught the Song of Storms as an adult when we went in the well in about episode 6 or 7, something like that. And the guy was talking about how annoyed he was that some kid in the past came and played it. So it looks like it's been played right now, actually. I don't recall it ever raining in Kakariko before now. However, with this long shot, we're going to get even more powerful now with this harp piece. So it might not look it, but you can hook your way onto this roof and just chat to this guy who's shocked that anyone can make it up here. So let's have a look at how many we're on. The fractions of harpies, just the one. So yeah, a bit of a way to go before we fill it again. Now, just trying to think. My phone's actually out of battery. It's a bit annoying. Ran out of battery, and I was gonna use it as a guide to the other Skulltulas that are left. But I'm pretty sure the only other ones left as an adult in Kakariko are at night. So I completely suck at remembering these songs. So right, down, up, right, down, up. Interesting that sent us back here actually. I assumed it'd be the entrance, but this must have sort of started a new sort of save point in the village. So I think just up here is going to be another one. If we can manage to long shot onto that. Trying to work out how right now, maybe we can get on here. No, I hope this is right. I can't hear a... yeah, there we go. You can hear it before you see it, usually with these Skulltulas. And one hook shot / long shot will kill these, so we're on 52 now. I suppose we can go inside here and get the prize. I think there was another one on here. This must be when you're a kid or something. So when I do return to being a kid, I'll go and unplug my phone. Hopefully it's charged enough then that I can reference it a bit more. But this one I don't remember seeing. This is going to be the next prize. And it's going to be the last we get until 100, I think. So, excellent. It's the second half piece, so it's good reward. Certainly better than the last one, which is Bomb Chew, which don't really come into play until the next temple. Just anything else I can think of as well. I'm going to be picking up, you know, if I notice an upgrade section. I'm pretty sure the next and last arrow upgrade is not going to be until the prerequisite bit for the Spirit Temple, so I can forget about that. But certainly the bombs I'm a bit short on. There's also another Deku Nut upgrade and a couple of Deku Stick upgrades that I'm yet to find. The Slingshot I think I'm fine for, and anything else you don't get. You know, I don't think I ever get upgrades for Bomb Tube. I'd certainly be surprised. But what I want to try and do before I become Child Link again is get a couple of bugs, if possible. I'm not going to stop too long because I do have to head to Dodongo's Cavern as well, so hopefully I encounter some bugs before then. Shut up, Navi. Navi will just pass here every 10 minutes or something, so you go there. Is there one over there? I'm pretty sure there's one over there. Might be as at night. Might be as a kid. And there is about 10 when I was sort of formulating my list the other day. It was the first checkpoint really where I thought, right, I'm going to think about everything I've collected and chart it. Yeah, some of them are sort of have an inkling that I've got, but I can't fully remember, so they're ones to check that I'm going to be doing later on. And this one certainly stood out in my mind as one that I'm pretty sure I've forgotten. So I need to head up to a room that is by some mini Dodongos and like some hall. Then of course by Pierre's song. Now I did come back here as a kid and get another one that followed the same route, so thankfully I think I can get this fairly quickly. But it is sort of necessary on this game. You do have to sort of double check everything as 4 times over really. As a kid at day, as a kid at night, as an adult at day and as an adult at night. But usually inside these dungeons or temples, it doesn't really matter, of course, because no time of day is fixed. I'm pretty sure though this will definitely be the last time I return to Dodongo's Cavern. So I think it's down this way. Alright, I don't even need to get this one. Reason I need bugs, there's one or two that I remember struggling to get last time. Like, for instance, I think there's a patch of grass in Kokiri Forest that as a kid I need to plant some bugs and get a Skulltula out. I'm sure I didn't get that time. It's going to be these mini Dodongos, like another hallway full of them, so I'm hoping it wasn't that one that I was thinking of. And I've gone the wrong way. But yeah, when I arrive there, I'm going to play... What's the name? How the hell did they go over there? What the fuck? So apparently these can climb. But yeah, Pierre is just a badass, so you always sort of have to double check areas as well to play Pierre. There's going to be a section of Shadow Temple where I'm going to use Pierre, I think, and you get another Skulltula. So this episode I should be getting about possibly up to 60. God damn it. Bugs always turn up when you don't need them. It's typical. I would like to grab some before I leave this place, ideally. Son of a bitch. Here is Scotland. I hope it's not just them. So, wow, I really can't find this room now. If it's in here or not. No, I think that was where the map was. Right, so I've done one big circle. Evidently I've gone around the wrong loop. Must be over this way somewhere. It's amazing how I can't navigate my way around this thing actually. It wasn't so long ago I did it. Okay, so if I take the downstairs route over there or something. Maybe it's that one. Ah, I think it is here. So, I need to keep an eye on Navi. There, she flew up there, so... right, I'm putting the wrong song here. It's... A down, A down, A down, A down, I think. Can't say I heard Pierre. But it's her. As soon as I start playing, she just comes back. Maybe I have to sort of linger here. I can see the Skulltula anyway. Why is he not? Maybe stand there. There we go. So it seems you do have to be sort of a certain distance from him. There he is. Try and chat to him. He's not having it. But that's why it's important to learn Pierre's song if you do want to concern yourself with collectibles. And hopefully now, I'm not sure if it'll let me do this inside an actual dungeon, but I might be able to just play the song and take me right back there. As you can see, yeah, this is going to be the Spirit Temple section, but really that they should be swapped. Not really sure why I warped here actually. I suppose it shows you the warp swap. You can actually enter this place now, but I'd need some magic anyway. Din's Fire is the way to enter this, because you have to actually light all these. You can see if you do it by like fire arrow, it just take ages. You can't actually use a Deku stick as an adult, I don't think. Nope. So I'll just have a quick scan of the area, see if there is anything I can still grab as an adult. Doesn't look like it. I suppose there's a Skulltula that was at the top of the waterfall, I remember saying, inside here. And of course, when it was frozen, I couldn't get it, but now we fixed Lake Hyrule and rid it of the monster, so you can go back to Zora's Domain and grab that one. So yeah, the best way to do that is to go to Lake Hyrule and take the little shortcut that leads straight into the domain. What the fuck is this, by the way? Oh, that's the thing that you used to get in the entrance point to the water temple. I never actually knew it floated when it was there. I suppose there's another thing that I might be able to do, and go back and do the fishing mini game. Because I never went there as a kid, I think. I think you have to beat the score, actually, and forget it. I can't be bothered doing that right now. I think I'll do that after, like, I've got everything, because if you're going to complete the game, I'm pretty sure, like, it's one of them games, a bit like Super Mario World, where it sort of freezes. Once you've beat the boss, so you have to do everything. Are you kidding me? Is that frozen over? Yeah, I think you have to like sort of beat the boss last if you want to do it 100%, say you've done it like that. I don't understand why this is frozen. I assumed it would be fixed once I fixed like earlier. What the hell? So Link apparently has incredible breath. It's not even like I needed me Zora tunic it. So yeah, I'll forget about the Zora's Place one then, so apologies for that. I just assumed it would be open, the portal, because it certainly was as a kid. Nothing I can think of in the fire temple, or indeed the forest, so not enough to do now but return to be a kid. Then that's where the real sort of collectible run begins. Oh, stupid boots. Right. Don't like, never like equipping them to go in and out so much. When we get the Mask of Truth as well, actually, there's a mini game that I can do to get, as a kid, to get a heart piece around the back alley of Hyrule Market. So I'll be heading there as well before I return to Adult Link and take on the Shadow Temple again. So there we go, back as a kid for the first time in ages. Now I have the songs, I can actually just like zoom around the world pretty quickly, so left, right, right, A, left, right, down is the way to go. Oh goddamn! I've just remembered a Skulltula that I could have got as an adult actually in Kokiri Forest. So, I suppose it's better remembering it now than when I'm doing other stuff later. As a kid as well, I suppose later on I'd do that after I sort of buy some things. I can sell last mask and get the mask of truth, I think it's called, something like that. It's like some weird little eye mask, but you can talk to them little blocks that you never could. You know, the ones that you hit them with your sword and it'll tell you the time. They give you sort of secrets and little tidbits of info. So let's just troll this guy now. With the Song of the Storms, and it's going to send this windmill haywire. A down up, A down up. I think this does this permanently now you play this. I also just noticed some gap in the windmill. I'm pretty sure as an adult you can long shot your way up there, so imagine there's something up there that I can grab later on. But no, this is strange, we can actually enter that well and do the prerequisite stuff. I have got other things I intend to do first though. First and foremost, going to come out here, play the Song of the Sun. Now, any Skulltulas that I have potentially left should appear now, I think. So I hear one over here. It's right there. God knows I'll miss that, to be honest. I'm not sure I ever came here at night as a kid. It's not an assumption, because that is one of the most obvious ones. I think there's also going to be another one knocking about on the wall. Yep. So let's grab him. I'm getting on nicely now. I think that's 54 or something. I don't think there's anything up there. I'm pretty sure I visited there. It's Impa's house. But if I roll into this tree, there should be one as well. Unless I already grabbed that. Oh. So, see, it is better getting this stuff now. I will have to return to kid form to enter the spirit temple as well, actually. So, sort of other run of collecting stuff will be then. Then of course, right at the end, but once the spirit temple's done, before I take on Ganondorf, I'm going to do another big run, because there's bound to be certain things I've forgotten about there. But I was right about this one. There's another Skulltula here, only at night. No, I really do need some bugs before I head elsewhere. I suppose I could go and buy some magic beans as well. Off the top of my head, I think there's about 3 or 4 more significant drops of them. Of course, I've already got 1, so I think I could only really afford to buy about 3 or 4 anyway. Right, let me think. Anything else here? Doesn't seem so. Probably best if I just head this way normally, actually, I think, to this guy. So if I head to Lake Hyrule, it's probably more time consuming to make it back here. Must have already got this one. there's definitely a Skulltula in that as an adult. Sorry, as a kid at night. So that's another one to just check if you missed that one out earlier. But off the top of my head, I think we bought 5 or 6 beans last time. So my guess is it's going to take 70, then 80, then 90. So it's like 214 coins, bro. And that might be when, you know, once I bought these. Maybe the last significant thing I've got to buy, to be honest. Then, yeah, I can go and sell that mask. Selling last mask's actually a bit of a bitch. It'll take a while. So I've got to like follow some guy. Let's put time and roll into this actually, because I can check it day and night in the space of 3 seconds. So I remember putting bugs in this one. I think this just isn't a pod that you can put bugs in. So yeah, in this case, 70 and 80 and a 90, then I think 4 should do. There's a patch outside the Spirit Temple, there's one near the Gerudo place, I think. I can't recall the other one, but I do remember reading an FAQ and thinking I'm pretty sure I haven't planted a bean there. I think if you get to the 100 one, it actually stops selling them at all. I'm sure like you run out or something at some point. It just keeps increasing the rarity in them. However, I've got all the ones that I do think I need right now. Now I'm gonna head to Kiri Forest, and I'm gonna pray that I come across bugs on the route, because if I don't, it's sort of a bit of a waste of time. Probably actually is best taking a shortcut this time. A, up, left, right, left, right. Then usually take a shortcut, but there's something I discovered, I think on the FAQ, that there's another secret meadow. I really can't recall if I've been in there or not. I think it's likeliest that if I have been in there, it will have been as a kid, so hopefully it's not the case. There's still a few things I can look at. Alright, John. So yeah, I'll sort of detour that way. Let's see what the crack is. Let's get over that. I think it's straight ahead of this exit. You'll uncover this. Might well be a upgrade to buy or something. Oh great, I've disoriented myself now. I think it's this one. Oh, so maybe not. There's 2 ways to enter this place from different rooms, so I'm not sure whether you have to sort of go about the roundabout way. Oh, that's perfect though. I'm glad I sort of detoured anyway, because you can get the bugs and you can head back to the forest later on, grab them. Let's close that door over for us, please. So now I've got these, yeah, I can sort of sit on them, and I'm never gonna let them go for now, I think. I'm always going to keep both. I should have anyway, but I think I had to exit and free up some bottles when I was in the ice cavern. Suppose we could have took that shortcut as an adult. That's something I need to remember. Does that take me straight to Zora's place? Or like the outside entrance? No, I'm gonna assume it's straight ahead. Okay, which way now? It's left. Then I think it was right for the thing, and I went left. This secret meadow. Sort of edge sword it to something there. Oh no, fucking. I don't want to walk all the way into that. Okay, you know, I'll just place the bottle first, then I'll probably go and check my phone, because yeah, I'm not 100% sure that you can enter this Sacred Forest Meadow from that actual screen. Now, this is one that I am checking, because I can't recall whether I did put bugs in here. I think I tried and it just wouldn't work for some reason. So one of them did go in there, I think. Let's grab him. There we go. So, well, thank God I checked. Now the room before I go straight ahead, then turn right for the Sacred Forest Meadow. I think if I turn left, I might access the secret meadow. So I'm going to try this. Only going to try a couple more goes before I sort of give up on this bit for now. Because I might now need to end up plotting a route. You see my memory shopping when it comes to songs, and it's the same when it comes to this route. I always remember the first section easy enough. You go right, left, right, left. Then normally it's straight ahead, then right. So I'm going to try and go left here. There we go. So yeah, this seems to be the Sacred Meadow. I think I have been in here as an adult. As a kid, sorry. But I'm pretty sure there's a bug patch here that you can get another Skulltula from. First time I used a Deku Shield in forever. But hopefully this guy's an upgrade. Don't look promising. I think it might just be coming here for the sort of bare patch, really. There's nothing else here. I'm gonna go on a limb and say I have already bought the upgrade here, because it does ring a bell, this place. However, let's get everything we can from this patch anyway. Probably it's best to just drop the bugs first. It's easier to tell if they've gone in then. Come on, boys. One of these. No! I don't believe it. I've lost them. Right, I got this at least. There's one more I could have planted in the room that's off the room with the Skull Kid, but I'm fairly sure I've already got the required Skulltula from there. It's worth a check, I suppose. So go here, then left, then straight ahead, I think. Now, I did return here as an adult to this room I'm going to be heading to in a second. And I remember saying that I couldn't believe that the patch was not leading anywhere, the actual bean sprout. Well, apparently you have to come back here, it said, at night, which I didn't anticipate actually. So I assumed it would be the same all parts of the day, you know. It looks like it is daytime now. So yeah, I'll come back here as an adult later on. Well, let's just give this a check, and if this is the case, we're up to 60, which is by far better than I've ever got to. So one of them has gone in there, so if there's going to be anything, I'm expecting one right now. Yeah, I've already got this one, so nothing else in terms of Skulltulas that I can think of that I intended to get when I returned as a kid. So for now, the place to come back to I think is Kakariko Village to grab that final mask. Well, I'll tell you what, it's all coming back now. Just hopefully remember every step for this walkthrough, because I've just thought of another Skulltula that I can get as an adult, and that is in Kakariko Village. Sorry, Goron City. Of course, there was that Skulltula at the back of the pedestal that's mid-air, and I do remember saying I'm going to wait till I get the hook shot to go back there. And there's also a little mini game that I need bombs for that I can go there as a kid and grab. So I used the Bolero song fairly soon and make that detail. I've already got the dog for that woman, so I think I've got the heart pieces that are able to be picked up here. So it's the Bunny Hood mask is the final one. I'm going to buy that. And of course it's set us back a bit in terms of cash, however, you know, because I have to pay 50 back later on, but this guy's going to fill the wallet up all the way for us, so you've got to find him on Hyrule Field, and there's some guys, we haven't come across him just yet. In fact, I'm going to go on a limb here and say he's only there when you're looking for him, or from this point onwards perhaps. But yeah, one of these paths, he's just going to be running around. He sort of does a giant loop around London Branch. So if I follow this, eventually I will come across him. And you're just going to follow him until he stops, and he'll only stop for about 10-15 seconds. You're going to be quick. Equip your little bunny ears, chat to him, then he'll buy them. I see him over there actually already. You see someone in the distance running over. So he's in my sights, he's quite quick. Hopefully he's coming this direction. No, he's going the opposite one, I can see him. So let's just sort of cut him off. He's going to go the long way around like a dick. This guy actually features in the end credits, little epilogue thing, I think, along with Kapora Gabora, perhaps, or the guy who set off in Kakariko Village. So here he is, and yeah, there's nothing I can do right now. Can't chat to him or anything, just stack the fuck out. So I'm just gonna keep backing up and waiting. A determined look on his face. He doesn't know what he's about to buy. So he loves this shit. The fact he pays max amount Even if I had no rupees left, he'd fill us up. So come on, dude, hurry up. We need to work out where he's going to stop. And it may sound a bit of a crap reward, I suppose, on face value, but the final mask has other benefits. Apparently you talk to different people and they'll give different responses based on who they are to this sort of mask of truth, if that's what it's called, something like that. But yeah, the little stones that you can talk to do give good little tidbits of information sometimes. So I'm not going to stop and detour and like talk to every one of them because it'll take forever. But whenever I do encounter one from now on, I will stop, equip my mask and just chat to it. These things annoy me. I need to keep close to this guy though. Come on, man. I'm sure he does like a full lap before he stops or something, this guy. Oh, these little Piat lava. The things are doing my head in. There's a little tree over here that we could go on to. There we go. So he stopped. Oh, no. This is... There we go, climb. I worried I couldn't get off the lock on then. And that would have annoyed hell out of me if I'd have missed my window to chat to him. So I'm glad I managed that. So this is by far the hardest to sell, really, to work out, you know, how people complete this 100% before like walkthroughs. I don't know. But try and error, I suppose. Someone followed them all the time and worked out that you have to sell this to them. I don't know what he actually says when you don't approach him without the mask, but with that one out the way, that's all of them. And now there's time, you know, you don't have to actually ever return and give the money back, but I'm going to go there straight away and get that mask before I go on to Goron City. In fact, no, I might as well go to Goron City first, because I'm going to... No, I said I was going to turn back to Future Link, but of course I'm forgetting the whole point of becoming a kid. I've got to go and do the well side mission. So, let's find out. Upright, left, up. So I was looking at, actually, this whole episode might well end up just being a bit of a side mission thing, where I'm just grabbing collectibles. Never like to go for too long, because the videos take a lot longer to process and upload. So yeah, it might not even take on the well in this episode, but off the top of my head, there isn't too much more I'm going to do in terms of grabbing things. I think this might be closed right now, actually. Yeah. By the way, it's a bit of a random trivia. You know the guy who runs around Hyrule Market over daytime? He reappears in Majora's Mask, I think, which is the next one. I haven't really played much of Majora's Mask, but I believe that is a game that's pretty close to this one in terms of quality. So that might be one for the future one, actually. But currently, I mean, it's been years, but the Wii shop channel won't work for me, so I'm wondering whether they've just closed it down in favour of the Wii U. But I have a Wii U, so I might end up buying Majora's Mask as well. It's sort of the next one that's, of course, based heavily on masks. This game only has them, but now, as you can see on the right, you can actually get other masks. There's a Zora's mask, Goron mask. Not Goron mask, sorry, that's a Gerudo mask. I'm sure there was a Goron mask. Well, oh yeah, there it is. So yeah, these are free, and if you talk to different people, they will react differently to these. But I'm not going to bother, to be honest. So I'll just show it in action, this thing, if you equip it here. Then there's 4 of these little stones over here I can use it for. So am I wearing it yet? So Gerudos, of course, are an all-female race, except their leader, which is Ganondorf. And yeah, this is the hint of what I'm going to do later on. When I get the Lens of Truth before I return to adulthood, I'm going to go and completely cheat this guy out of the Harpies in that game. Malon, I think she's waiting on Link, to be honest. There's sort of 5 women at the end of the game with a scrapping over it. Malon set the record. I'm pretty sure we beat that when we faced Ingo. I don't know, perhaps that's a bit of a hint towards a side mission I could do to grab something. So now we've got our mask, I'm gonna head to the fire temple just to get inside and plant the sort of what's the name? Plant there, I think there's a plant there. Down A, right down, right down. And I remember why I wanted to come here as well. There's a little mini game where you can bomb stuff and you end up with a harpy. So fairly soon we're gonna end up with a full harpies again and end up on 14. So this gives you plenty of time. But this thing I completely missed out when I was an adult. I didn't even notice it was there, to be honest. And I never made it this far down as a kid. So it is. You do have to wait till the end in this song. So as ever, just check this is a bug-friendly patch. They aren't always, but some of them are. One of them's gone in, certainly, so let's hope for the best now. There we go, lovely. So that's going to be 60 up. And this, of course, because I was trying to speculate how to get up there for ages when I was an adult. Clearly this is the secret that you need to plant that. And I just wasn't really aware of it. I don't think there's a way I can get up there. I can't use my hookshot as a kid. So this shortcut to Goron City is pretty redundant when you're a kid, unfortunately. So my best bet is probably just go to the graveyard and work my way back up. Unless I die. Maybe if I fall down close enough to that bit, I'll end up on that side. Nope. Okay. It does reset your timer at least. Yeah, if you run out of time and you still want to do more stuff down this section, then just do that. So I do lose these warp songs. Really does make all this stuff a lot quicker, doesn't it? Perhaps quite a bit. Oh, another one of these. Shots of this. Might as well just keep this out actually for the duration I'm going to be as a kid, because I do pass in of a few, I think, in Kakariko Village and the like. see, there's a secret near a tree in Kakariko Village, so another one of the good hints. We've already noticed that one and taken it down. It was the one that, say it's near Kakariko Village. There's a tree directly outside the village, but it's not that one. It's the one to the right of it. However, I've of course already bombed that one and returned with the boomerang to get that. That was as a kid. You end up doing that. I do think I've put the spiders in this patch before, but yeah, always double check. Oh my god, okay, good job, chef. That is why you double check. Because that completely threw me for a loop. I do recall spending a lot of time here as a kid and I thought I grabbed everything in this section. Well, apparently not. So I think this is going to be the last detour now, I promise. So yeah, go to Goron City. Then we'll be coming back down as well. I'm not sure if it stays down or if to do it again. Excellent. A bit of a paradox. Navi still knows as, you know, is Navi impervious to time travel or something? Because she's still saying go to the Shadow Temple, but we're a kid, of course. So as of now, we haven't even taken on the Forest Temple. I don't know. I won't look too much into it. This game's like actually pretty amazing the way it fits past and present together. And you have to sort of go to and fro time. I've always been impressed with the storyline in this game, and the fact that there are a lot of times I think where you think, oh, it's done now, and it just the game throws another thing at you. Yeah, in a good way, like. So I'm looking for the area now and it's top northwest of the map. So there's the room over there. Oh, that's why I didn't make it there last time. I just didn't think of bombing this. I mean, you can go the rope route as well, of course, but you sort of need your bombs to take on this anyway, so there's no need for the detour. No, there's actually a golden rupee I could get later on as well, but I'll see how many bombs I have left. I should have enough to get everything in here, I think. But of course the priority is this. No, oh goodness me, right. I hope you can get through this route, because if not I'm getting a bit concerned that perhaps it is as an adult after a turn here. Because the only way to get rid of these silver ones is with the Megaton hammer, and I can't actually use it as a kid. I actually thought you could. This one. Pretty sure this one just leads to a dead end. Oh yeah, so it is this way. I just went the wrong way, I think. No, it's this one you want to take. And this will have blue rupees behind it and a Skulltula. Oh, purple rupee, right, so it doesn't even look like I need the gold on. I might just save that in case I ever need a bit of cash, you know, if I go and buy another giant snipe or something. So it's another good tip. This is a secret around the entrance to Gerudo Valley. I can't say I'm aware of that off the top of my head right now, so it's certainly something to check. Oh no, right, I do know. Just outside the entrance to Gerudo Valley, the actual, yeah, because I'm thinking of Gerudo's Fortress when I was talking about the entrance there. I think I hear a Skulltula somewhere. Unless it's just this dude. Oh, but we'll leave it. There's certainly, that's the spot, you know, this little pedestal I meant. On the back of that will be a Skulltula when we return as an adult. That, I could have got a duck shot thinking about it, because I could have just gone over here. On the ropes. Grabbed it there. But, yeah, I'll return later on anyway. So I think I will cut the episode just before I head into the well. However, yeah, next episode I think any sort of detour I'm going to do as an adult, I'll get out the way fairly quickly before I do enter the actual Shadow Temple just behind me. And yeah, it's pretty much going to be them done back to back consecutively. Because I do like doing the collectible runs, but I don't like doing it in one massive block, sort of, because that would take about another 6 hours to be honest. So yeah, I'll just be fitting them in between the next couple of temples. Then once I've done the Spirit Temple, yeah, that's going to be sort of the biggest single run of collectible. Any other upgrades as well? I think I do need to double check them. You know, how to the bomb upgrades. I'm still not sure because I don't think having 20 max is particularly advisable, to be honest. But yeah, join us next episode anyway when we're heading down here, and we're going to pick up the Lens of Truth there. Then we need that to enter the Shadow Temple. So it's one of the more enjoyable temples, the Shadow Temple, and certainly this well. So I hope you catch me next episode.